Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video on my channel. I know recently I've just done a video on the Nodon Dragonkin, so I'm going to be doing another episode, Slayer based in this one, regarding the Moss Golems. Moss Golems are a 108 Slayer monster, pretty decent XP, 2.7k per kill, and it's based around the area which Solak, the boss, is based in. It's another one which we're going to be doing in Legacy Combat mode. If you don't know how to do that, look at the previous video, the Nodon Dragonkin video. I talk through how to go into Legacy Combat. Basically, we're going to be blood barraging again, another magic task, and let's go and get that task now. So, hoping for the 120k perk to come in nice and quick. So, what we're looking for is Lost Grove creatures. There we go. So, creatures of a Lost Grove is going to cost me one Slayer token. That is fine. There we go. And that's what you're looking for these Moss Golems. So, Moss Golems are 108 Slayer to kill. They're weak to fire spells, so blood barrage is going to work really well. In terms of charms, are pretty decent. You're looking 25% for crimsons, 27% for blues. So they'll rack up eventually 2.9k combat XP per kill and 2.4k Slayer XP per kill. So even though these are 16 Slayer levels more, Nodon Dragonkins are better combat XP and are also better Slayer XP as well. So there is still a bit of imbalance in the Slayer things, but you know, it is what it is. In terms of things anti-poisons and wet poisons work, so wet poisons and cinders are part of the setup. The Inquisitor staff does work as well against Moss Golems, so if you do have that. Both for Dragonkin and Moss Golems are definitely worth using them on. In terms of their drop tables, they have a very small drop table, which is nice because it means you can keep all these sorts of drops in one invo. You're talking coins, grimy herbs, this time they drop lands and cannantines. White berries, which will rack up because they will be noted. Uncut gems, dragonstones and rubies, again, rack up because they are noted. And some lower tiered seeds, which aren't too important, but the more you do, the more you're going to rack up. In terms of the secondary drop, this is what makes Moss Golems very worthwhile because they have some very decent drops here. They have Blight Bolts, which again will rack up over time. Nothing too major in terms of that price. They drop Elite Clues in 1 in a 256 rate, which is not too bad for a monster. They drop a Torm Grimoire page, which is basically the same page Solak drops, or which goes into the Grimoire book. That's 6.8 mil in a minute. That's a 1 in 1.5k drop rate. Cinderbane gloves as well, the 80.5 mil drop is a 1 in 5,000, along with the Ancient Elven Ritual Shard, which is a 7 million drop, which is 1 in 5,000 also. So, in terms of this for a monster, they are pure XP and their secondary drop table, very similar to the Dragonkin. However, the drop table for this, the Cinders, the Page, and the Shard, very worthwhile, which will make these a decent task. Now, because we're going to do these on a Slayer task, these monsters have a Slayer task only rate. So the Torm Grimoire goes from a 1.5k to a 1 in 512 drop chance. The Cinders go to a 1 in 1.5k drop chance. And the Ritual Shard as well goes into a 1 in 1.5k drop chance as well. So if you are hunting these drops for collection log or just for sheer profit, force the tasks because you have a much smaller drop rate for Cinderbanes, the Page, and the Shard. But anyway, that's pretty much all I need to get through. In terms of info and setup, very similar to the Dragonkin. We're going to go for full Crypt Bloom, Wenbook, Sliskay Staff, Blood Barrage, EOF or Souls Ami, Overloads, Cannon. We're going to go for a nice Nihil for accuracy as well. We're going to be using the Vamp Aura, although you can use what aura you want. So in terms of getting here, we're going to go and teleport to the Max Portal. Again, you can go through War for this as well. But the way to get here is basically to get to Solak. If you don't have a Solak kill, basically just make your way there. And then we can work from the Solak entrance and then go backwards. Right, so this is the area of the Lost Grove. Right, so heading towards them. Just get melee press set up nice and early. So these monsters do hit. So they will cause you some pain. If you go through over here. Overload. Anti-poison. As you can see, someone's already been here and they've already got the anti-poison on lock. So really, we're going to be using the cannon to lure, again, similar to Dragonkin. So if I just put the cannon here, we're going to get the cannon to go. Start luring all these and we're going to go up here. So I'm just going to hit the animate dead while they all start to lure themselves. And we're going to activate the Wenbook. Aura, we want to be using Vampirism. And then, yeah, you pretty much go from there. So the more the cannon hits, the more the cannons will lure them into here. And then once they're in this space, you can try and go back one. As you can see, they all stack very, very quickly. And they get into line very quickly as well. And then after that, you pretty much Blood Barrage. The bonus of Vampirism is going to help you massively. However, you must watch your prayer. if your prayer drops, you are going to die very quick. Because they all lure into this sort of spot, you can access the area looting very quick. Once that is up as well, all you gotta do is press spacebar, and then that is pretty much it. Because you've got the cannon getting all the aggro, that will lure these to this spot still. They're not gonna go any further past that. You're in your spot for barraging, and then you just sit in camp and just work your way through it. In terms of the method, these are a lot more chilled out than Dragonkin. I think with Dragonkin, you're always sort of looking to make sure that you've got your prayer on, and basically you're not dying. Whereas with these, once the lore's pretty much set up, they just keep flying in and just attacking. But as you see, we're getting a pretty decent stack of them going. And we're never really waiting long. We're never really taking much damage either. That's because obviously we're protecting melee. We've got animate dead on. And we are healing our way out of all damage. And yeah, 1.5k for some cinders as well. It means once you've averaged it over a task, cinders are going to add pretty much 8 mil on per task. And by the time you've got a pair of cinders, you should have also got 3 grimoire pages, which is even more profit on. These are a very high profit task. It doesn't look like it when you look at their base table, because their base table is pretty shitty. But in terms of their overall sort of GP they're going to bring you, they're going to be very, very good. This is one you can leave auto on as well, because it's not really going to pull you out anywhere. It's not going to drag you anywhere either. But if you're looking for mage XP, this is a very good task to get mage XP and slayer XP at the same time. Now this method, you can also do Moss Golems with melee, and that's utilizing a cannon again, and various forms of vampirism, scrimshaw, aura, and using devotion while praying melee to get very good rates as well. But the magic method is pretty chill. We've already killed 20 in the time we've been talking through this video. And yeah, I would very highly recommend adding these into your slayer list. 108 slayer for Moss Golems. You'll make a lot of profit. The charms aren't too bad as well. They're starting to stack up. And yeah, so I'm going to finish these 86. I'll get them done and I'll come back to the end when we've finally finished. But in terms of a method, that is pretty much it. You want your cannon just close enough to the safe spot where it's able to hit all of the monsters. You want to stand up on this hill here and you can start to attack. Keep your eye on your prayer or else you will die, like I have just done. That's pretty much the method. You use your cannon to lure them all in. You stand up on this hill, get your area loot on, and the Moss Golems pretty much lure themselves. It's actually very straightforward and very easy. And pretty chill as well, as long as you keep your eye on your prayer, which I haven't because you can see the Ring of Death animation is happening currently. But I'll come back at the end of the task. I'll show you what we've got. I'll see if we've been lucky with any of the unique drops. And then, yeah, give you the final overview. Oh, there we go. Got a little bit lucky. That is a Torn Grimoire. That is 6.8 mil. Very nice. Be nice in the slate to have that. And again, that's a 1 in, I think it was 512. So every couple of tasks, you're expecting to get a Grim, which is just nice because it will pay off and be a little bit of profit as well. Obviously, the Cinders are the big ticket item, but the Shard and the Grimoire pages will make you profits in the short term as well. I must say, this really isn't too long of a task. We've only really done 2 overload doses, and I might be able to finish the task by the time that finishes. Worst case, we'll have it done under 15 minutes, and the XP I've got for this as well is roughly like 270k in 15 minutes. So it's a very, very decent task, and it just goes to show you, like, nowadays, high-level Slayer is such quick XP. The money-wise, if you ignore the Grim, the drops are okay, they're nothing too special. Charms aren't bad, charms are pretty nice, but yeah, I'll finish this task. Hopefully the Cinders are there, and I'll come back with the end and show you how much we made. There we go, that is the Slayer task done. Again, like I mentioned in the beginning, this is not a Slayer task only monster. You can kill these on the side, but the loot is a lot higher rate than compared to a Slayer task. So unless you're hunting the gloves particularly, I wouldn't really do it unless it was on a Slayer task. If you were hunting the gloves, I'd say do it on a Slayer task only as well. But in terms of drops, obviously the Grimoire is going to really sort of skew the profit we've made, but I'll do a price check without it as well. So let's have a quick look. So the Blight Bolt, the Avocado Seed, Dragon Fruit. Again, seeds nowadays, they are worth nothing. So even though the drop table isn't necessarily good, we have still made 534k in 15 minutes, which is, you know, it's not too bad. It's 2 mil an hour. That's good enough to like cover costs of runes and stuff. But the XP will sort of offset that. Then adding the Grimoire page as well, we've made 7.4 mil, which isn't too bad in 15 minutes at all. But that is basically how I kill Moss Golems. A very good task for both Slayer XP, Magic XP, and profit long term. You will fill out your collection of slots with the Ritual Shard, the gloves, and the pages. If you are consistent with doing these tasks as well, remember they fall under creatures of the Lost Groves. Definitely worth doing. But yeah, very, very good task. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you are enjoying these Slayer videos, please leave me a like and a comment. Leave me a comment on any task you want to see in the future. or any boss related content as well. I'm always here for ideas from you guys, and I can get videos made as soon as I can. If you have been enjoying the videos lately, please leave me a like and subscribe to the channel. We are very close to 1,000 subs nowadays. Thank you all for your comments and support over the past couple of months. I really do appreciate it. Hope you guys have enjoyed again, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.